real chance at winning this whole thing.
Next Tuesday, can Tony Hale handle summer's #1 news show?
Paddle. Ball. Oh, this is the day of shame.
New Password next Tuesday on NBC.
Later, Jimmy Fallon welcomes Martin Lawrence, NBC Tonight.
Coming up, where is Eliza Fletcher? New details tonight in the search for a kidnapped Memphis teacher.
And how Labor Day weekend stacked up for local rescue squads as boaters hit the water.
And we are tracking a few showers left over still out there this evening. This is 10 at 10.
WPSD Local 6, your breaking news and weather authority. This is Local 6 at 10.
Late afternoon and evening thunderstorms had some of you dodging rain tonight, even flash flooding for parts of our area.
Meteorologist Noah Bergeron's been tracking it all for us this evening. He joins us now. All right, Noah, any showers remaining out there this evening?
There are a few, Jack, especially across southern Illinois and southeast Missouri. Let's get you right over to Live Ultimate Doppler. Kentucky and Tennessee communities still quiet as expected, but we have a few showers that are still hanging on tough past the sunset tonight, namely in Perryville, Missouri, out towards St. Genevieve, which is really getting outside the core Local 6 area. Also a little shower there west of Carbondale in southern Illinois. But more in our core coverage area here from Carver's Ridge down to Rosiclare, really between 34 there. Also a decent little rumble of thunder developing in the Marion area. If you live in Marion, you're probably starting to hear some lightning here. This is a non-severe cell, but a decent little downpour on the north side of Marion heading up towards the Mattoon area. All right, temperatures out there tonight are in the 60s and 70s at 72 Paducah, 72 Union City, 74 in Princeton, low 70s as well, Illinois and Missouri. Other than those two little clusters of showers, we're going to be dry for the rest of the night. And in fact, I don't think those will last much longer. We'll talk about the forecast for the rest of your week coming up in just a few minutes.
New at 10, police will be on the campuses of a local school district tomorrow after a potential threat. Aaron police say they were made aware of that potential threat on social media concerning students in CUSD number 4. WFCN News reports that threat involved Heron High School.
Well, Heron police investigated and determined no threat was made. However, the district informed parents tonight that Heron PD will have police officers present tomorrow during the school day and that school will be open as scheduled. President Biden's Labor Day campaign blitz wrapped up in Pittsburgh late this afternoon. The president spoke to a crowd gathered at the United Steelworkers of America Local Union 2227.
This was Biden's third visit to Pennsylvania in recent days as the critical midterm election season kicks into full gear. The president once again took aim at MAGA Republicans, saying democracy is at stake.
This new group headed by the former president, the former defeated president, we found ourselves in a situation where we were either going to look forward or look backwards. And it's clear which way he wants to look. It's clear which way the new MAGA Republicans are. They're extreme. And democracy is really at stake.
As in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania's Senate race could determine the future of the U.S. Senate, which stands at 50-50.
A judge has issued a surprise legal victory for former President Trump, appointing what's called a special master to oversee the documents seized from his home.
That ruling essentially removes the files from the Justice Department's possession. It's a significant victory for Trump. It comes from Trump-appointed District Judge Aileen Cannon. Cannon ordered that a third-party attorney from outside the government be brought in to review the materials that were taken from Trump's home and resort in Florida.
And Jack, the order also halts the Justice Department from continuing its review of the materials seized from Mar-a-Lago, pending completion of the special master's review or further court order. The classification review and intelligence assessments being conducted by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, however, will be allowed to continue. Both sides have until Friday to nominate special master candidates and their specific duties. Britain will have a new prime minister after Liz Truss won the governing Conservative Party race today. Liz Truss won the vote in a hotly contested race. She'll be Britain's third woman prime minister, and she is the current foreign minister. Truss will take over a country that is seeing massive inflation, a recession, and a war in Europe, with Britain being a leading supporter of Ukraine. She will succeed former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who stepped down after months of scandal caused withering support for his leadership. Johnson will head to Scotland to meet Queen Elizabeth tomorrow to officially tender his resignation. Truss will follow him and then be asked to form a government by the Queen. At this hour, a body has been found during the massive search for abducted Memphis teacher Eliza Fletcher. She was forced into a vehicle near the University of Memphis early Friday morning.
Now, Jen, investigators have not confirmed that Fletcher has been found. A pair of sandals uncovered at the scene of the violent kidnapping that was caught on camera has linked a suspect to the crime. One man has been taken into custody in connection with the kidnapping. 38-year-old Cleotha Abston faces a $500,000 bond for kidnapping and tampering with evidence. Evidence left at the scene led police to Abston, who is refusing to cooperate with investigators. Police also arrested Abston's brother during their investigation on drug charges, and a woman at the brother's home has been taken in for questioning. New details on the stabbing attack in Canada. Police are saying one of the two brothers wanted in that stabbing rampage that killed 10 people has been found dead. Police are now saying one of the two suspects, Damian Sanderson, was found dead.
And it's not clear who killed him. His brother, Miles Sanderson, is still on the run and is considered armed and dangerous.
There is a possibility he may seek medical attention. Even if he is injured, it does not mean he is not still dangerous. Miles has a lengthy criminal record involving both persons and property crimes.
Today, both of them were charged with murder, attempted murder, and breaking and entering. The attack is among the deadliest in Canadian history.
This kind of violence, or any kind of violence, has no place in our country. We're still, of course, monitoring the situation closely, and we urge everyone to follow all the updates from the authorities. The priority is keeping you and your loved ones safe, so please be careful.
These stabbings unfolded early Sunday in a rural Indigenous community in the Canadian province of Saskatchewan. Police say some of these stabbings were targeted and some were random.
The search for 9 people who have been missing since the crash of a float plane off Seattle on Sunday has been called off. The Coast Guard made the announcement today. One person was already confirmed dead after a float plane carrying 10 people went down off Whidbey Island. One of the 9 included in the now suspended search is a child. A remotely operated underwater vehicle and a drone will continue to assist in searching for wreckage and debris. The plane took off en route to Seattle. The crash site, Whidbey Island, is about 40 miles north of the city. News where you live now. Labor Day marks the unofficial end of summer.
And despite some off and on showers, boaters were still able to get out to the lakes today. I spoke with the Marshall County Rescue Squad about their workload over the weekend holiday. For some boaters, the Labor Day weekend is the last chance to get on the water for the year. Melissa Hale with the Marshall County Rescue Squad says weather meant this year's long weekend was calmer than years past.
Fortunately, today we have had 0 calls.
And it's not just this weekend that was calmer when it came to emergency calls.
Overall, for the year in general, our calls have been down, which is another good fortunate thing for us and our community.
As we get closer to the fall, the Marshall County Rescue Squad expects the amount of tourists on the water to drop.
It is the last holiday for the summer for tourists and people that come into the area, but our locals will still be enjoying the lake for, probably another month or so.
If you still plan on hitting the lakes, Hale says to always have the essentials with you.
You need to be equipped with something to be able to communicate to those back at land. You need to, of course, have your life jackets. That's your #1 priority. You need to have someone that is experienced.
And the rescue squad will stay prepared too.
We have volunteers spread out all over the county, and so fortunately we do have that advantage to where, we can respond at any time. We do keep a boat housed at Kentucky Dam Village, all through the holiday season and the summer months. So if we have to, we can always respond with that boat right there.
The Marshall County Rescue Squad is completely volunteer-based. They are funded through donations.
Right ahead, the mill fire is currently burning out in California.
We'll have an update on the status of that fire coming up and how much of that fire has been contained. And what the governor of Mississippi had to say about the status of Jackson's water, which has been unsafe to use since massive flooding destroyed a water plant last week.
And there's a significant heat wave going on out west. The tropics are getting more active. We'll talk about those 2 things and your local forecast for the end of the week. It's all coming up next on Local 6 at 10.
With the recent news of President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, there are already many fake student loan relief scams that have emerged trying to take advantage of you. Tomorrow morning at 6:40, what to watch for with student loan scams. Join us on Local 6 today.
The Labor Day sale has now begun at Furniture World Galleries. Save up to $1,000 off Meteoress Black or iComfort by Serta mattresses and adjustable bases. This Labor Day, we are slashing prices with up to 50% off all remaining outdoor furniture. Take an additional 20% off any bedroom group purchase with a mattress purchase of $15.99 or more. New accent chairs have arrived. Buy one and get one half off. So come on in to Furniture World Galleries next to Tuesday morning here in Paducah.
When is a window more than a window? A door more than a door? And siding more than just siding? When quality and service come together to turn a renovation into a transformation. Trust America's largest exterior remodeler. Window World can turn your home into more than you ever imagined. Your pride, your joy. Transform your home with Window World.
Now is the time to switch to Spectrum Internet. America's leading internet provider just got even faster, with speeds now starting at 300 megabits per second. Faster speeds to game, faster speeds to stream, faster speeds to work or learn from home. All with 99.9% network reliability. Get Spectrum Internet for just $49.99 a month, plus a free modem and free online security software. Call 877-906-9192. Add advanced Wi-Fi to get enhanced security for your home network, automatically blocking outside threats to your devices. If it's connected, it's protected. So no matter what you do online, you can do it faster, safer, and more reliably with Spectrum. Now is the time to switch. Get Spectrum Internet with faster speeds for the same great price. Just $49.99 a month with starting speeds of 300 megabits per second. Visit Spectrum.com to find out more or call 877-906-9192.
There was no anticipation of my wife going to bed at 9:50 and 9:57, she was gone. Irregardless of the situation, Lindsay was there, and there was no rush until all my kids had gotten down and said their last goodbyes. Lindsay's family.
All the Taco Tuesday excitement at Taco John's can really start to mix things up. Just look at these delicious simmering Tuesdays. And on this taco, Tuesdays are only $1.19. See you on taco at Tuesday John's. Oh, whoops, Taco John's.
The difference I see at Southgate, whether it's a senior living or Southgate Nursing and Rehab, is they go beyond the physical safety of every resident. They truly care about the spiritual needs, and they make an atmosphere to where it's just very conducive to love, actually, and to care. Just to be able to walk into a place to where you know people are being cared for. It's a place where I feel at home, it's friendly, it's warm and cozy. And so when I go in there, I feel part of the family.
Sky Tracker, brought to you by Oaks Law Firm, personal injury and family law professionals.
All right, before we talk about our local weather tonight, I want to give you an update on some national weather news. Out in the tropics, here's your quick update. We've got multiple systems. The first is Hurricane Danielle. This is the latest advisory from the folks at the National Hurricane Center. It's a Category 1 storm. Notice the infrared satellite here. It's not really much in terms of the infrared presentation. You might look at this and say, that's a hurricane, but it's really more of the wind as opposed to the explosive thunderstorms. You know, they're not getting the insane colors on here of convection, but nevertheless, 80-mile-an-hour winds, it gives it a Category 1 on the rating scale. Pressure about 980 millibars. You see it swirling there. Now, this is way out in the open water of the North Atlantic, and over the next couple of days, it's just going to meander to the north. For your perspective, here's the east coast of the U.S. Here's St. John's. Here's actually Europe. Maybe about 10 days from now, it's actually possible that this thing merges with a front and rams into London, believe it or not, which that's actually not all that unheard of for remnant tropical systems on the other side of the pond. All right, another system, Tropical Storm Earl. This one much more impressive. Notice the infrared satellite. The colors, remember, indicate the depth of the clouds. Brighter the colors, the taller the clouds, the deeper the convection. And there's a lot more of it centered around the area of circulation. This is a healthier storm. Winds tonight at 70 miles an hour. Now this one will be a close shave for Bermuda. Here's St. George, Bermuda. It's going to rapidly intensify to a major Category 3 hurricane, the first of this season in the Atlantic. Winds possibly up to 150 miles an hour. Notice here's the east coast of the U.S. It'll pass safely east of the country, but Bermuda could get clipped pretty hard from the outer fringes there of what will eventually be Major Hurricane Earl as you head towards Thursday and Friday. By the way, out in the Pacific, we don't really talk about the Pacific much. I just want to mention this is a Category 1 storm, Hurricane K. Remember, the Pacific Basin has a different naming system than the Atlantic. This one is unique because it's not going to hit California, but it'll come awfully close. You know, there's not really many storms that maintain tropical characteristics into Southern California. But heading into the weekend, this remnant system will bring some much needed showers as it approaches the southeast coast of California by the weekend. All right, let's talk about your local forecast now going forward. Temperature today 86, Paducah 94 in Memphis. But notice out to the west, historic heat. Sacramento today was 114. It was 109 today in Vegas, 109 in Phoenix. So that's where the big heat is right now, and it's going to stay there for the next week and a half or 2 weeks. So your notables, best days of this week, Wednesday and Thursday. The tropics remain active, but thankfully nothing that looks like it's going to impact us anytime soon. Now for this coming weekend into next week, unsettled with clouds likely. That's what you need to know as of now. All right, so Tennessee's quiet. West Kentucky, for the most part, is quiet. I'll take you on a little radar tour here. You notice things are good. If you hit the lake this weekend, hopefully you enjoyed for the last real big weekend outside for the summer. You see some showers here across southern Illinois from Perryville, Missouri, back towards St. Genevieve. That's really in the St. Louis coverage area. Now, this one is in our area, right straddling between Cave and Rock where the ferry is. North side of Marion up 91, seeing some downpours now, some lightning, also stretching back to Carber's Ridge in southeast Illinois. All right, I'll pick up the hour-by-hour maps tomorrow morning here, 6 a.m. So out the door, back to work, back to school tomorrow. Plan for some patchy fog early Tuesday morning. Maybe a morning shower, but most spots are dry in terms of rain tomorrow morning. Now, tomorrow afternoon, home from school, home from work, there will be numerous showers and storms that pop up in West Kentucky, Tennessee, and Missouri. Today, we had them in southern Illinois, and Kentucky, Tennessee was dry. Tomorrow, it kind of flips. The southern half of the area, as you can see here at 2:30, a couple of pretty good showers and storms. Nothing severe, but many towns will get hit with a downpour, some lightning, gusty winds. By the way, too, there could be a cold air funnel tomorrow from one of these showers. We had one of them reported today in southern Illinois. If you're not familiar with what that term means, it's essentially what looks like a funnel cloud. It's not literally a tornado, but when you're beneath an upper level area of low pressure, on a day like today and also tomorrow, beneath one of these heavier showers, you can see that little low-hanging, scary cloud from beneath this shower or the storm. It looks really scary. It's ominous. If you see it, don't worry. There's no chance of tornadoes tomorrow. It just happens every so often here in the summer months or especially the fall. All right, so tomorrow 87, those pop-up thunder showers, afternoon, evening, Kentucky, Tennessee. Wednesday, more sun, 86. Humidity goes down Thursday. It's beautiful. 85, deep blue sky. 85 on Friday. Football games are great Friday night with the weather. The weekend, though, high temperatures will come down into the 70s and low 80s. And each day, Saturday, Sunday, and next Monday will carry chances for rain.
An update on the mill fire that's currently burning out west in a few counties. As of last night, 2 people have been confirmed dead.
And the fire erupted on Friday. It's damaged or destroyed at least 106 homes and has forced several thousand to flee. As of this morning, that fire has burned over 4,200 acres in California. It started at an old mill building, but the actual cause of the fire remains unknown. The fire is 40% contained. 3 people are injured. Firefighters are also fighting another blaze that erupted Friday and has so far burned several thousand acres. And in Mississippi, the governor says residents in the state's capital have water again. Water supplies were disrupted a week ago when a flood damaged a treatment facility that left many people and businesses without enough water to even brush their teeth. Emergency efforts have helped restore at least some of that water.
People in Jackson can trust that water will come out of the faucet. People in Jackson can trust that toilets can be flushed. And people in Jackson can trust that the fires can be fought. We know that it is always possible that there will be more severe challenges. This system broke over several years, and it would be inaccurate to claim it is totally solved in the matter of less than a week.
Jackson residents are still under a boil water advisory. Officials cannot guarantee the water is safe enough to drink until they get 2 rounds of clear samples. That process won't begin until the middle of the week at the soonest.
Flood warnings were in effect in the southeast U.S. early this morning. Forecasters warn of potential downpours on ground that is already saturated. Georgia was hardest hit by the floods this past weekend, with some parts of the state receiving more than 12 inches of rain. In Chattooga County, a hard-hit area, school has been called off for the next few days as the county recovers. The governor of Georgia declared a state of emergency in some hard-hit areas. CNN Weather estimates the flooding over the weekend was a 1 in 200-year event. Ahead, California is creating a fast food council to help govern wages and working standards for the thousands employed by fast food companies.
What this means for the future of fast food in the state, coming up. And what if you're in a scary situation and you don't have time to call 911? Stick around to hear about an important smartphone feature.
Local 6 at 10. We'll be right back.
If you're considering the healthcare field but have no experience, Mercy Health Lords has positions available that include on-the-job training. Saturday, September 10th, Mercy Health Lords Hospital is hosting a hiring open house. Bring your resume and references for on-the-spot interviews. Learn about tuition-free education and register to win a raffle prize, even gas cards. Scan the QR code on screen now to pre-register. Mercy Health, an organization that stands by its values and values you.
At Russell Heating and Air, our #1 priority is you. Since 2015, homeowners have trusted our family to take care of yours. Our professional technicians are union trained and certified to deliver reliable heating and air conditioning services 24 hours a day. We want you to be a happy customer for life, saving you time for the things that matter the most. Doing the job right the first time. Russell Heating and Air, now at 2 locations to serve you, Metropolis and Harrisburg, Illinois.
3 incredible 3 nights of legendary musical entertainment come your way September 8th through 10th in downtown McLeansboro. Thursday, September 8th, enjoy Tim Atwood and the Isaacs. Friday, September 9th, enjoy James Carruthers, More and More. Then settle in for country music legends, Janie Freaky and Mo Bandy. Saturday, September 10th, America's favorite cowboys, Riders in the Sky, followed by Diamond Rio. The McLeansboro Fall Festival, September 8th through 10th.
It's time again to come and join Bluegrass and Muddy Waters, A Soldier's Heart. Listen to great music like Josh Williams, Hollerhead, Derek Stoner, and so many more. It's the County Roots Revival, picking on A Soldier's Heart. September 9th, 10th, and 11th at Ken Lake Resort State Park. Come for the whole weekend with a weekend pass for $20. Kids under 12 are free. Enter some silent auctions, some raffles, and enjoy some great food. It's a fundraising event for the Veterans Charity, A Soldier's Heart. Bring your lawn chair and come on out.
All Kentucky driver licensing is moving from circuit clerk offices in every county
to regional offices.
And the new regional offices offer more licensing choices than ever before.
Get a driver's license valid for 4 years.
or 8 years.
Get a real ID
or a standard license.
Renew online
or in person.
You can even visit any regional office you'd like. It's next level licensing.
Learn more at drive.ky.gov.
The Auto Tire and Parts Napa Big Event Tool Sale is going on now at all stores. Don't miss unbeatable deals like an Evercraft 12-piece 3/8 drive metric socket set for only $9.99, or a Gear Wrench 22-piece 1/4-inch drive socket set for only $18.39, and so much more. Save up to 76% on all tools and equipment at the Big Event Sale. Stop by your local Auto Tire and Parts Napa store or see all the deals at autotireandpartsnapa.com.
The Local 6 News Ticker is brought to you by Integrity Roofing and Exteriors.
You're watching WPSD Local 6.
If you're ever in a scary situation, your smartphone can be the difference between life and death. Dialing 911 takes only a few seconds, but what if you don't have time to take out your device, open the phone app, and dial the number?
Or maybe you don't want someone knowing you're calling for help. Our consumer technology reporter Jamie Tucker shows an SOS feature on every smartphone that may save someone's life. Take a look at this week's What the Tech.
And this is an emergency feature that a lot of people don't know about, and even those that do have never set it up. But it will call 911 for you, alert your family and friends that you need help, and it will lead them or police right to you. It's called Emergency SOS. On an iPhone, quickly press the side button 5 times or simultaneously hold down the side button and a volume button for 5 seconds. When the timer hits 3, the phone sounds an alarm that just might scare away someone threatening you. When the timer hits 0, the phone dials the nearest 911 call center. It'll also notify everyone in your emergency contacts that you've called for help. In settings, select Emergency SOS. Make sure this toggle, Call with 5 presses, is turned on. And add emergency contacts to your list. They'll receive your location on a map, which will be updated if you change locations. The alarm sound can be turned off in settings if you'd rather have that option to call 911 without alerting anyone around you. Emergency SOS also works on the Apple Watch by holding down the bottom side button for a few seconds. You will need to be able to swipe this slider to the right. On an Android phone, you'll find Safety and Emergency under Settings. If not, look for it under Advanced Features. Press the power key 3 times quickly to contact 911 and message your emergency contacts. Set up your emergency contacts on an Android phone in Safety Settings. This is a feature everyone should have set up on their phone. Remember, you can test this to see if it works, but if you do, make sure you hit cancel because it will call 911. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
The Emergency SOS feature has been credited for saving the lives of victims of carjackings, kidnappings, and domestic assaults. California has created a new state government body to assist workers in the fast food industry. Governor Gavin Newsom signed a law creating the Fast Food Council today.
The group will be made up of 10 industry members. They will help decide minimum standards for pay, hours, and working conditions. The new standards will apply to large restaurant chains and those with more than 100 locations. The restaurant industry warns it could raise prices, with a McDonald's executive calling the move lopsided, hypocritical, and ill-conceived.
Coming up in sports, UT Martin football will have one of its biggest tests of the season on Thursday. The Skyhawks will get a rematch with the 5th-ranked team in the country in Missouri State. We'll have more on that matchup coming up next. But first, Paducah-Tillman and McCracken County met on the pitch tonight for a crosstown showdown. We'll have all the highlights next in sports. You're watching WPSD Local 6 at 10.
Tonight on Fallon, Jimmy has Martin Lawrence. Plus Michaela J. Rodriguez, the cast of A Strange Loop, and Emma Chamberlain.
That was good.
Trades coffee for secrets.
You really deserve a coffee.
Tonight.
When a bond as deep as marriage must be broken, you are left with fear of what comes next. Divorce is hard. You need someone on your side. Call Alfred Law. There are 2 sides to every story. You on Alfred Law, on yours.
Hi, I'm Kurt, owner of our local Stanley Steamer. Stanley Steamer is the only company that creates and manufactures its own cleaning equipment. We're certified in carpet cleaning, hardwood cleaning, and tile and grout cleaning. We also clean upholstery and air ducts. We believe your home is your castle, and we're going to treat it that way. Our technicians move the furniture out from the wall, move it back, put things under the legs of it so it doesn't hurt your carpet or your upholstery. That's the Stanley Steamer way. Because at Stanley Steamer, we're here for you.
Many things can cause a hearing problem, some of them serious. That's why it's important to see a professional when you purchase a hearing aid. At Stone Lang, we can examine and test your ears, select and fit appropriate hearing instruments, then provide the counseling and service necessary to make your hearing investment a success. And at Stone Lang, you'll be amazed how affordable good hearing can be. Call Stone Lang today and schedule your hearing test. Offices in Paducah, Murray, and Fulton.
Well, I have Parkinson's disease. I went into the program, I didn't know what it was about. I just knew there was some exercises from a physical therapist. I'm now toward the end of the program, and it's changed my whole outlook on things. I can walk better, have better balance. I don't shake. It all helps my Parkinson to be livable, and this helps me a lot.
Let us champion your recovery. Parkview Nursing and Rehabilitation.
It's always interesting to hear people say they don't know if they should call us or not, like what they're dealing with. Does it really warrant calling someone? And we're like, yes, call us. We can help you for a variety of reasons, whether it's ADHD, anxiety, depression, relationship issues. We have clients as young as 3 and as old as 80. Everybody has the ability to make tomorrow better. We can help you. We believe your best days are ahead.
It's time to replace your old tub with a new shower. But you don't want the hassle or the worry of getting it finished. You just want to pick a style and relax, knowing that it'll be wonderful when it's done. Is that too much to ask? No, actually it's not. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub to shower conversion.
The Alford Law Office has over 30 years' experience ensuring their clients get what they are due. When divorce must happen, you want someone on your side. Call Alford Law. There are two sides to every story. You want Alford Law on yours.
McCracken County's girls soccer team has been nothing short of dominant so far this season. The Lady Mustangs have only given up 3 goals in 6 games this year and came into tonight with a perfect 6-0 record. They'd meet Paducah Tillman this evening. McCracken, led by Audrey Estes, she has 13 goals in just 6 games this year. She gets a boot on this one in the first half, gives Caitlin Hyder a shot, and the Tillman keeper Jalen Carver deflects it, can't make the save, and the Mustangs on the board 1-0. 35 minutes to play in the first. Hyder with one girl to beat, cuts back, and the shot is good. The second goal for Hyder as McCracken makes it 2-0. Now Hyder playing the role of facilitator now. A great ball downfield to Addie Green, and all alone gets that to go. A 4-0 McCracken lead. Mustangs would pile it on and stay perfect as they shut out Paducah Tillman 10-0. Well, after a 3-game sweep over the Chicago Cubs, St. Louis looked to keep rolling tonight against the Washington Nationals. The Cards would get a big boost on the bump tonight with pitcher Jack Flaherty returning to the team after 60 days on the injured list. St. Louis hoping his return pays off this afternoon against the Nats. The bats just really not going for St. Louis in this one. Top of the third, Washington's Lane Thomas hits a ground rule double to right field as C.J. Abrams gets in to score, and it's a 1-0 Nationals lead. They weren't done just yet. In the top of the 6th with the bases loaded, it's Luis Garcia hitting an RBI single on the ground to second base, and Washington would add another run to make it 3-0. The Nationals just three hits for St. Louis tonight, but a decent showing for Flaherty in his return. He allowed 6 hits and struck out 6 as the Cardinals fall to the Nats 6-0. Well, UT Martin fans likely haven't forgotten last year's epic playoff win over 10th-ranked Missouri State. That win gave the Skyhawks their first ever FCS playoff victory. As fate would have it, these two teams will clash once again in 2022. The Skyhawks will head to Springfield this week as they look to pull off yet another upset. Missouri State is currently ranked 5th in the latest FCS Top 25. The Skyhawks clocked in at number 14 this week. UT Martin looked promising in its opening 42-25 win over Western Illinois, but this Week 2 matchup is a completely different beast. Head coach Jason Simpson said this year's Bears team looks even better than last year's playoff squad, but his team is ready for the challenge.
To me, they look better than they did last year when we got to go in there and play. And, you know, we're not certainly where we were last year. We've got a ways to go to get there. But, you know, and we're going on the road again. But it'd be a great test for us, be a great opportunity to grow with some, you know, regional, you know, recognition game, maybe national from an FCS level. So, you know, our kids will be excited.
UT Martin and Missouri State will kick off at 7 o'clock on Thursday in Springfield. Well, with Week 3 of the high school football season in the books, it's time for you to tell us who had the best performance of the week. You can vote for your favorite on our website, WPSDlocal6.com. Just click on the Performance of the Week tab. We'll reveal the results tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Time's running out, so make sure you get those votes in.
Okay, cool, Blake. Thank you.
Time for quick check of weather.
A few more showers tomorrow, especially afternoon and evening if you live in Kentucky or Tennessee. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, lots of sun, lower humidity. We're in the 80s. Unfortunately, the weekend, next weekend, looks wet.
Okay, Noah, thank you.
And thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Renovate before the holidays with Tux in Martin, Tennessee, where you can save up to 30% off what you'd find in a big box store with hundreds of in-stock styles and an expert team ready to assist you with free design services. So renovate before the holidays with Tux in Martin, Tennessee.
One more. You want to do one more?
What are we doing over here? Ooh, a little fall photo sesh, I see. Hey, I know. Everybody say, new DQ Fall Blizzard menu. Featuring pumpkin pie, new cinnamon roll centers, new Reese's Take 5, new Snickers brownie, and more. That one is hilarious. You know, because of the hay. DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Renovate before the holidays with Tux in Martin, Tennessee, where you can save up to 30% off what you'd find in a big box store with hundreds of in-stock styles and an expert team ready to assist you with free design services. So renovate before the holidays with Tux in Martin, Tennessee.
Next stop, the Big Boy Toy Expo at the Paducah Expo Center.